Hey Eagles, welcome back to the Avion. I'm Chloe Kristovich.
And I'm Kyle Navarro. Today we have a special broadcast for you this week before spring break.
That's right, there's been a lot happening on and off campus and it shows no signs of slowing down.
Tell me about it. I cannot wait to take a week and just relax and not worry about anything going on.
Well, before you get too comfortable, we've got quite a bit going on to cover. Let's hear from Joey for an update on the recently launched EagleCam mission.
Hello, Eagles. My name is Joseph Colangelo. I'm a journalist for the Avion broadcast and the creator and host of Fleet Updates. Today, we have a special edition of Fleet Updates designed to keep you informed on what's going on with our university's lunar space shot, EagleCam. I'm here on the Embry-Riddle Daytona Beach campus on the beautiful Space Coast of Florida. We're about an hour away from the Kennedy Space Center, where EagleCam blasted off to the moon. For those of you who don't know, EagleCam is a student-led team camera and technology demonstration platform that was designed and built here on campus from the ground up at the John Mica Engineering and Aerospace Innovation Complex. EagleCam is designed to eject itself from a landing spacecraft and capture third-person views as the lander touches down on the lunar surface. After a rough landing, EagleCam is currently resting on the surface of the moon after a postponed ejection from the damaged body of the Nova C-class Intuitive Machines' lunar lander named Odysseus. Unfortunately, complications with the landing sequence of the lander forced the Intuitive Machines team to shut down EagleCam during the landing in order to prioritize more critical systems of the lunar lander. After a rough landing on the moon, EagleCam was eventually deployed to the surface of the moon. However, either due to faults in the lander or with EagleCam itself, no images from EagleCam were able to be transferred back to Earth. EagleCam gives us hope that humanity will persevere and that this future can and will happen. It gives hope to the entire world that if we could do it, so could they. If EagleCam inspired just a single person to push just a little bit harder that day, to go a little bit beyond their preconceived limitations, I would consider it a monumental success. I've been Joseph Colangelo for the Avion broadcast.
Wow, thanks Joey. Kyle, did you get a chance to attend the launch party?
No, I didn't get the chance, unfortunately, but I hear we do have someone who just wasn't there, but is also part of the EagleCam team.
I also didn't get a chance, so I'm glad they're here so we can hear their story.
I guess we should stop talking about it and hand it over to Drew to hear from Taylor about her journey with EagleCam.
Hi there, my name is Andrew Parker. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Avion, and today I'm stayed by one of the team members on the EagleCam project. This is Taylor. So Taylor, just tell me a little bit more about yourself and who you are as a student.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor Yao. I started on EagleCam as a junior undergrad in aerospace engineering, and this semester I will be graduating with my master's. So it's been about 4 years working on this project, and I'm really excited that it's now come to a conclusion.
So I know we touched a little bit briefly. I was honored to be invited to the press conference where you, before the launch happening, of just kind of hearing your perspective of this relative calm of we've done everything we can do to get EagleCam to where it's at now, and we're just waiting to see what happens once you guys get to the moon. But tell me a little bit more about like your experience like during the landing as well as like right afterwards, because I know things didn't go to plan as you were hoping, but it's still an incredible achievement to be able to say that you're on the moon. So tell me a little bit more about that.
So there was definitely some severe heartburn happening during landing with all of the, as Steve Altimus, the CEO of Intuitive Machines, put it, it was a spicy 7-day mission. And we were feeling that, and we unfortunately made the mistake of having Moe's catered in on landing day. So I had some Mexican food right before landing, which did not help the heartburn and stress of trying to see Odie do that soft touchdown and wait for EagleCam to deploy. But otherwise than that, it was fairly calm in here. We had to actually, it was like a big party. We were celebrating that we were, the closest thing to the moon in decades, besides the Artemis 1 launch. And, that was just an amazing feat. And then once some mission failures started happening and we made the decision with IM to turn off EagleCam, that kind of, it stung a little bit, but we still were all very calm. We were sitting here eating cake, drinking sodas, no popping champagne since we didn't get an image, but it was still a great experience, and that I will never forget, standing in this giant group hug with the team waiting for a 0 to turn into a 1 to say that the lander had touched down. I'd never wanted a 0 to turn into a 1 more in my life. But that was the telemetry we were getting. And we were just waiting for that call out from Tim Crane in Mission Control to say, Odie's there. We're getting telemetry back. We confirm we're on the moon. So it was an amazing night and several days after trying to troubleshoot with Intuitive Machines to get us launched from the lunar surface, which was still an amazing experience.
Thanks, Andrew. Such a unique opportunity to be a part of that program. Not every day you get to be able to be part of a team to put something on the moon.
I've always wanted to go to the moon. Maybe one day.
You and most other people at this school, Chloe.
Well, thanks for making me feel special, Kyle. Anyways, I hear that our campus reporter, Jacob, has a special guest today.
You know what? You are right.
Jacob is interviewing his roommate, who happens to be in ROTC. Let's hear what they have to say about life on campus in ROTC.
Hey Eagles, welcome back to another Avion broadcast. My name is Jacob Klein, your campus life reporter, and I'm here with Cadet 4th Class Cole Holder, and we're going to talk to you about the ROTC life here on campus. So, Cole, I understand that the Air Force ROTC has some core values that they hold close to their heart. Would you mind telling me what those are and what they mean to you?
Well, our core values are integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all that we do. I feel as though those core values are exactly how I live my life. In every single thing that I do, I try to keep my integrity through the service that I do, whether it's servant leadership or any sort of community service or helping out around the school whenever I can or helping my friends out. And I do that with excellence as much as I possibly can.
That's awesome. I'm glad you can really relate to those values, and I see why you joined ROTC. Now, a lot of people think that the responsibility that comes with joining the ROTC can really have an impact on your school and life balance. How would you say that you maintain that balance?
Well, I will say that Air Force ROTC does make sure that you know that you are a person and a student first. Then, you are an ROTC cadet. You have your responsibilities within the program, but generally speaking, you have to keep that 2.5 GPA. You have to keep your mental health and physical health up in order to be able to even keep that GPA up. And so ROTC does a really great job of making sure that you feel like you're a person before you're a military member or a military member to be, I should say.
But is it not an easy task that people should take lightly?
No, not at all. If you are not able to manage your time or organize yourself properly, ROTC has its resources that could help you out, absolutely, but I feel as though, getting those things down as much as you can before you join, or while you're in it, as much as you possibly can, is really important. And it's this central part of being able to balance that student work life.
I see. That's really interesting. Well, thank you for coming on today, Cole. I really enjoyed talking to you and hearing more about ROTC life. That's all I have for you today, Eagles. See you next time.
Hey, cool stuff, Jacob and Isaiah. Thanks for giving us a little insight.
ROTC is definitely something we see a lot around campus. Believe me, I would know.
Well, keeping to the theme of on campus, let's move on over to what's happening in our Student Senate.
That's right, Chloe. Our student senators have been working for you this semester. Let's go over to Dominic to hear what they've been doing.
Hi, my name is Dominic Pola from the Avion broadcast, and today I'm speaking with the SGA Vice President and a couple of senators about what they're working on this semester. So, Ander, what's the big project that you're working on this semester, with your first semester being VP of the SGA?
So we have a couple of things going on in the Senate right now. We have the Senate Forum. That's the most important thing. For all the RSOs watching this video, what we're going to do is basically, instead of putting our money into vendors or putting money away from the school for this event, we're going to actually give the resources to the RSOs for them to advertise to the students and for students to know about their clubs. At the same time, we're bringing TEDx on campus. Blue and Gold Week, it's an event that we're also hosting, especially the championship for the atrium decorations. And very crazy projects, man, that I cannot disclose right now because they're in the work, but they're coming.
No, those all sound like great projects that'll definitely benefit the student body heading into the end of the semester and the next semester as well. Do you have any future goals that you want to see the SGA go towards and strive for?
Yeah, I mean, working on semesterly projects or even yearly projects is important. At the same time, kind of like putting the footsteps for the next Senate to work on. So working better transition guidelines, working more orientation towards senators, and kind of like put the Senate more involved on campus and more of those events that are vital to the students. It's relevant for us because we're going to be more, we're going to create more impact towards the students. So that's kind of like my vision and long-term mission that I have right now.
No, yeah, and that's something we love to see here, the long-term vision for the SGA, something that will benefit all students, present and future at Embry-Riddle. Now, Tashoma, can you just tell us about what you're working on, especially for like your college and as your senator, what projects you're working on?
Okay, so my name is Tashoma. I am the College of Engineering student senator, and one of the projects I'm currently working on is having a symposium display for freshman students to display like what they're working on in their design classes, because having that on your resume is really impactful for them if they're interested in research or if they want to talk to companies, and if companies want to know what they're working on. The symposium is a great way and a great leeway to explain for students to explain what they're working on and what they've accomplished in their design classes. One of the other projects I was working on was adding the flight test engineering minor back on campus. It was really hard getting it back, but thanks to Professor Greiner and Roel Rembo, we got it back on track. And now we're just trying to find students to take this minor, and hopefully we can get like approximately like 10 to 20 students by spring of 25 to graduate with the flight test engineering minor.
Yeah, that sounds like a great goal, and especially a minor that will help benefit the students as they search for careers in the future. Is there anything else that you might want to see the College of Engineering add, or something that you guys could work on in the future?
So one of the, I wouldn't say complaints, but recommendations a lot of students from College of Engineering were giving suggestions was, why don't we make the college more colorful, like College of Business, College of Aviation? Because that's one of the main buildings that there's a lot of student body in. So it would be really nice if we can implement something a little bit colorful so that students can be more impacted and have the opportunity to like stay in that college more to study.
No, yeah, I think that would be a great improvement personally, having some classes in the College of Engineering myself. Now let's go to Hassan. Could you tell us what you're working on for your college and any of your projects coming up?
Okay, I'm Hassan Esmeri. I'm the international senator. One of the main projects I'm working now is with the Student Life Senator. It is a project called the Cultural Fest. It's a huge setting where we're gonna bring people from different backgrounds and cultures to show their cultures and traditions. It's not only for internationals, but it's for any talented students, either singing, playing any instrument. It's going to be a huge setting full of food and different activities. Another project I'm working on is specifically for international students. I'm trying to bring up an international attorney to help the international students with their questions about their legal questions, either for their legal status and immigration and all that stuff.
Yeah, those definitely sound like some amazing things going on, especially the creative side, helping to bring that to campus as well and helping showcase those from the students. Is there anything you'd like to see in the future and just help international students out within the future?
Okay, one of the main things I want to help the international students with is to unite all the cultural RSOs and to bring them together and have one platform where they can talk to each other and support each other in their events. And that's the main goal, and connect them with the different departments, the international office and the international department in general.
Yeah, that sounds like an amazing goal, and I can't wait to see that in the future, and I hope it comes to fruition. Now, Ander, can you tell our viewers how they can get involved in the SGA and how to reach out to their representatives through the Senate?
Yeah, I mean, it's very simple. Basically, you go on our Instagram or go on our website, you're going to find our senators over there. At the same time, you're going to see us all around campus tabling, especially myself. Sometimes people say, like, the VP is not available. That's not true. I will be on campus doing some social campaigns, how to talk to students. And basically, you don't students don't have to worry about where do they reach to the senator. Basically, they have to be more worried about where their center is on campus. So you're going to find them tabling. You're going to find me and other ones doing social campaigns to talk to students. So there are plenty of chances just to see us on campus, ask for us, and just spread out any information that they would like to see.
Yep, thank you so much. That's so helpful. And thank you, everyone, for sitting down with me today. I'm sure all the students appreciated this, getting to see some of the things that you've been working on, and I can't wait to see them all. I've been Dominic Popola for the Avion broadcast. Back to you.
Thanks, Dominic. I know that our senators this semester have some pretty neat projects in the works, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they unfold.
Absolutely, it is really cool to hear about. But I think we've got some aviation updates to hear too.
That's right. We can't forget about all of our aviation enthusiasts out there.
No, we cannot. Our national news segment this week talks about some recent aviation news. So let's go over to Aki for more.
Welcome back to National News. Safety has come to the forefront of people's minds following the seemingly sharp increase of reported aviation accidents this year, and none more prevalent than the Alaska Airlines accident that occurred right here in the United States. Alaska Airlines Flight 1282, a Boeing 737 MAX 9 that lost a plug door early into the takeoff climb and underwent a rapid decompression, is currently being investigated by both the Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Safety Board, with the NTSB releasing their preliminary report on February 6th. Following their preliminary report on Flight 1282, the NTSB put out a safety alert concerning child restraints and parents with children in their laps on board commercial airlines. In their alert, the NTSB explained that they had seen preventable deaths and injuries occurring in small children under the age of 2 because parents might not always be able to maintain a secure hold under turbulence. But the NTSB made assurances that there are plenty of steps to take to help maintain child safety, including buying a ticket for young children to be secured in a child restraint meant to be used in aircraft, and ensuring they are properly restrained when the seatbelt sign is illuminated. More recently, on February 27th, the FAA released a report to Congress, the press, and Boeing concerning the troubling state of Boeing's current safety culture. An original safety study was ordered by Congress to the FAA in 2020, following 2 international accidents involving the 737 MAX 8 in 2018 and 2019, respectively. The broader safety concerns the FAA panel of experts looked at back in 2020 were renewed in this new report following Flight 1282. The FAA has also ordered a thorough, enhanced maintenance and inspection process on all grounded 737 MAX 9s, stating on their website that, to quote, "We will not agree to any request from Boeing for an expansion in production or approve additional production lines for the 737 MAX until we are satisfied that the quality control issues uncovered during this process are resolved." These inspections will include the bolts, guide tracks, and fittings, along with the actual plug doors themselves. Boeing is expected to comply with the FAA's increased oversight activities in compliance with manufacturing requirements as well as quality control and delegation of tasks. Whatever comes next for Boeing and the MAX 9 is currently in the hands of the NTSB, as they are the ones leading the investigation into Flight 1282. The FAA has stated on their website as well that they will continue supporting the NTSB investigation, and any more updates into the investigation, along with the final report, will be posted by the NTSB. I'm Aki Olszewski, and that's a look at the aviation headlines for this week in your national news.
Thanks, Aki. I will say I don't know a whole lot about planes, but I guess you learn something new every day.
Absolutely. I will definitely be curious to see what the FAA and the NTSB find out in the coming months.
So that's the next coming months, but Weather Boy Jacob definitely has some updates for the next coming couple of days.
I'm sure he probably does. With the crazy weather we've had these past few days, I could definitely use some calm before spring break.
Oh, absolutely. I'm hoping for some pretty rain-less weather for the break.
Well, why don't we see what our resident meteorologist has to say about that. Jacob?
Thank you, Kyle and Chloe, and happy Tuesday, Eagles. On a pretty dreary Tuesday morning, actually. We have a pretty good chance of showers and maybe some thunderstorms as we get into the afternoon. Passing shower this morning. Current temperature, though, 68 degrees with winds out of the east coming off of the ocean. So let's talk about those chances for precipitation into your afternoon. Currently, we have this system that is impacting the weather in most of the southeast United States, and that system this morning is bringing rain to states other than Florida. However, as we move through the day on your Tuesday, that system is going to move towards the state of Florida, towards Daytona Beach, and here in Daytona Beach, we are mostly going to be seeing impacts from the precipitation this afternoon and into your evening. As we approach Wednesday, that system is going to move up more towards the north and start impacting us less. We do still have that chance for showers and thunderstorms on your Wednesday, mostly in the morning. Moving through the rest of the week, you'll notice that Thursday clears out as far as our clouds and precipitation, but those build back in as we approach the weekend, and so does the chance for precipitation. We'll talk more about that in our 7-day forecast. But temperatures today in Daytona Beach, we're going to see a high of 75 degrees, 80 degrees for most of the rest of the state, 82 down in Miami, 83 over here in Tampa. And as we go into your evening tonight and into your morning tomorrow on Wednesday morning, 67 degrees in Daytona Beach and 70s for much of the rest of the state. This trend continues. We're going to see pretty good temperatures this week despite the cloudiness and despite the precipitation chances. So Wednesday afternoon, 72 degrees in Daytona Beach and 80s for much of the rest of the state. We might be getting some coastal cooling effects here in the Daytona Beach area. Again, pretty consistent with the temperatures this week, but the one thing we're not going to be consistent on is the precipitation, and we'll see that in our 7-day forecast. So today, Tuesday, 78 degrees with that chance of showers and thunderstorms as we move into your day on Wednesday. Thursday, again, as I mentioned, is the one day that we might see some clearing effects here in the Daytona Beach area. And temperatures will slowly increase as you approach the weekend, with temperatures into the 80s this weekend, 83 degrees on both Saturday and Sunday. However, you'll notice again the chance of precipitation increases as you get towards your weekend. So if you're somebody who likes sunshine, I'm sorry, there's only one of those days on this 7-day, but we're going to be seeing pretty decent temperatures. Back to you, Chloe and Kyle.
Thanks, Jacob. I sure am glad to see some warm weather, especially as the break starts this weekend.
My break is starting just a little earlier, and lucky me, it seems the weather will be favorable during my flight to California.
Same here. My flight to Nevada seems like smooth sailing. Coincidentally, just like some of our sports teams are smooth sailing into the playoffs.
You know how much we love our sports. Let's hear from David for some playoff updates.
Good morning, Eagles. I'm David Allgood here with your weekly update for on-campus athletics. As March has officially begun, that means the basketball court is buzzing with activity. Embry-Riddle's men's basketball team finished red hot, going out on a 6-game win streak before conference play begins tonight, where the number 3 seed Eagles will go against Florida Tech. The women's basketball team finished their season with 14 wins and will wait to see who their opponent is for conference play. Embry-Riddle's baseball tallied an impressive 13 hits and 13 runs against Northwood this past Saturday, cruising to earn their 9th victory. The Eagles softball team has a home game today against Lander at 4 p.m. Wrapping it up for our report today, the men's ice hockey team will be representing Embry-Riddle in the national championship next week as they'll begin tournament play on March 8th. All of us here on campus continue to cheer all our athletic teams on and are proud of the way they represent our university. That's all from me today, and remember, Eagles, stay classy.
Hey, that's awesome to hear. Be sure to wish your favorite hockey players good luck in the tournament.
And if you're around, check out some of the basketball games happening too.
I've never been a huge basketball fan, but playoff energy is absolutely unmatched, no matter the sport.
They don't call it March Madness for nothing, even if it's all about basketball.
Like I said, I'm not all about basketball, but I'll watch it. You know what I am all about, though?
Let me guess. Sharks.
Absolutely. I know last week we didn't have a shark, so this week is going to be good.
Well, before you start, Chloe, we have to let everyone know what the shark from last week was.
Last week's shark was one I might get a chance to see during my trip, as it's one of the most common sharks in California, the leopard shark.
If I had to pick a favorite shark, the leopard shark, probably my favorite.
I just like all of them, especially this next one.
Well, Chloe, tell us about it.
This endangered shark is the largest fish in the world and can have over 3,000 teeth at a time, although they don't use these teeth for eating because they're filter feeders.
Ooh, you know what? I think I know what it is, but I'm not sure.
This shark is kind of like humans. We all have a unique fingerprint, and they all have a unique spot pattern.
Now, I think I've got it, but I will leave it to you to guess.
Happy guessing, especially with the extra time because we'll see you after spring break instead of as soon as next week.
That's right, Eagles. Enjoy spring break and stay safe. I'm Kyle Navarro.
And I'm Chloe Kristovich, and we'll see you next time for another episode of the Avion.